Welcome to my mess. It's Friday. I am back from doing a little trip to the grocery store where I acquired some chocolates for the kids. Valentine's Day closeouts are always a good time to pick up a few treats unexpectedly. Their entire lives I've tried to train the kids to understand that nice things happen when you don't ask for them. And boy, it's a lesson that they are having a hard time picking up. I've told them verbally that once you've asked for something, it's no longer a surprise and no longer fun for me to do, so I'm not going to do it. And much to their chagrin when they say, I want to go to the park. And I say, now that you've asked, we can't go. There are so many times that I'm actually driving to a destination which they will enjoy, and they will speak the destination on the way there, and I have to divert because it's not up to them. Yes, it's strange parenting, but doggone it, it's a lesson that I think is very important for them. One of the weird things, here's the thing. Today it snowed. Okay, we're in the grasps of February. Snow should not feel strange. But given that this whole week we've been wearing shorts and complaining about how hot it was, I had to kick the heater on today. It's been snowing. It didn't accumulate. There's a few bits of it here and there, but it's mostly gone. But that it feels strange for it to be snowing in February is strange, at least for Kansas. Sure, it might be different in other places of the world where, snow in February? That's ridiculous. But here, we ought to have snow in February. It ought to be cold. During my college years, I remember that there was always this kind of week or two in January where everybody would break out their shorts and regret that the pools weren't open. It seemed like clockwork. It was usually the mid to late January, and it would be 5 to 15 days, say, where it's just unseasonably warm. And because you've gotten accustomed, if you're not from an area where the weather changes, what feels cold to you in summer is very different than what feels cold to you in February. It just is. Your body, you get kind of accustomed to things, and your body adjusts, and so you get used to certain temperatures. Of course, it also is affected by radiative heat loss. A room that's air conditioned in the summer feels hotter at the same temperature than a room that is heated in the winter, the same room. And it has nothing to do with the temperature that you're feeling. It's the radiative heat loss. That exacerbates the problem. But it always used to drive me crazy that in the, Christmas shopping season, back when I used to do malls, I used to work in one, everybody would demand that the heat would be so high, because it's cold outside, and then they would come inside and they would complain because they're wearing coats, and they asked for the temperatures. They asked for the heaters to be on high. It's like, no, you wear clothes that are appropriate, and then don't make the inside temperature be freakishly different than what's on the outside, and you'll be more comfortable as a whole. I am fairly sensitive to heat. I do not like being hot. I never really have. So I'm usually wearing the minimum required by law during the summer, especially when I'm outside. Then I come inside, and everybody wants it to be 62, which is fine for me. But they're putting clothes on. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. You're wearing a jacket and, indoors because you have the air conditioning down so low. what are you doing? You're just wasting energy and, you know, and time by having to change clothes. Now, I love walking into a really cold establishment, particularly like a Dairy Queen or something, in the middle of summer when it's been really hot, and you walk inside and the cold is almost painful. I love that. It's great. Get an ice cream cone, cool down, get to nothing. You know, get your body as cool as it possibly can be. That feels great to me. But I know so many people that get in and say, "Oh, it's freezing in here." It's like, well, yeah, you know, you're dressed for outside, and the temperature in here is 67 degrees. So what do you expect? During the winter, you know, it's interesting to me that when I visit Chicago in the winter, the people in Chicago are wearing big burly coats. And I'm not, you know. It's windier here than it is there. Unless it really is cold, you know, once it gets to be about, 28, 29 degrees, then yeah, it's darn cold. And unless you're an Inuit, it's going to feel cold to you. But I don't know. I've got a few extra layers. They're built in, I guess. Anyway, that's completely neither here nor there. I just thought it was strange that it felt strange that it was snowing. Not that it was strange it was snowing. It should be snowing. But, well, there's that. So, that's not actually what my topic was this evening. I am going to punt on my original topic and just not mention it now. I think that the topic just doesn't need to come up right now. So, I'm going to cut this off. It's actually not going to be a 10-minute video for a change. And I will, I will be here tomorrow.